sets the play. On the corner to Sleniker. Back out to Martin. Far corner to Eberle. Shot is blocked out of bounds by Johnson. Eberle played in by David City. 3:22 to go in the third quarter. 45-28. 17-point lead for David City. And David City has the ball. Eberle drops another one through there. 10 points for Jim Eberle. 47-28. Jeff Carlson puts it in. 6 for Carlson, 47-30. Central City with a tough full-court press on. Ball knocked out of bounds by Johnson. David City will play it in again. Marvin Ulrich is in to replace Bob Martin. That changed for David City, so now they'll try to put it in again. 2:54 to go in the third quarter. 10 seconds to get it up. Deep in backcourt is Eberle, double team. Now they fall off, and Eberle brings it up. Corner. Sleniker fakes outside, goes inside. Shot is put up, no good. Well, we've got a blocking foul called on Mitch Johnson. First foul of the game on Mitch Johnson, the third on the Central City team here in this third quarter. Sleniker has 11 points. Now he has 12. 48-30, David City by 18. 2:32 to go here in the third quarter. Carlson has the outside shot. He's got it. 8 points for Carlson, 48-32. David City's lead down to 16. Eberle all the way down and lays it in. 12 points for Jim Eberle. 50-32. Pop in the corner. Larry Abel, left-handed shot is good. And now Central City sitting. 50-34. Central City down by 16 again. 1:58 to go in the third quarter. Aldrich goes in the corner. Eberle. Lob to Aldrich. Melvin Aldrich. And the ball taken away by Central City. Coming down with him is Johnson behind the back to Abel. Left-handed shot off the glass and good. 50-36, and timeout called by David City. 1:35 to go in the third quarter. Central City trailing David City 50-36. Inbounds play for David City. Bob Martin, who was back in the game, has the ball. And now they're going to call a reaching foul on Larry Abel. That'll be the third foul on Abel. And Bob Martin, 13 points, the game's leading scorer thus far, will be at the line. David City already with 3 people in double figures. Martin has 13. Jim Eberle has 12. And Rich Sleniker has 12. Fight for the lead on Carlson. Got in there and got it. 14-point lead for David City, with Central City down with the ball. 1:22 to go in the third quarter. Carlson. Quickly, Mitch Johnson's shot is rolling around and no good. And off with the rebound is 51, Greg Sabata, and David City. Eberle deep in backcourt. Minute 5 to go in the third quarter. Eberle loses it off his foot. It's going to be out of bounds. And inbounds to Central City. 1 minute to go in the third quarter. Central City still down by 14. David City now widening that 2-on-2 zone from the corner. Beauty by Larry Abel. He now has 9 points, 50-38. 45 seconds to go in the third quarter. Central City has cut David City's lead from 19 down to 12. Martin against Gisler, pops it off on the near side. Aldrich puts it up, doesn't get it. Rebound, Central City. Far side, it's Johnson, 32 seconds to go. It's Johnson goes in the far right corner to Carlson. Carlson against Sleniker. Bombs it outside now to Abel, 23 seconds to go in the third quarter. Now a 1-3-1 zone being put up on defense by David City. They want to pitch that man on the wings of the ball, and now we've got a foul called on Mitch Johnson, who's trying to get the ball back. That'll be the second foul on Mitch Johnson in this ball game. New man in for David City, number 15, is Steve Hecker. Bob Martin at the free throw line, or the Scouts of David City, has scored 13 points in this game, 1 for 3 free throwing. 1 and 1, first one, no good. Rebound in the lane to Abel, 11 seconds to go in the quarter. Still a 12-point ball game. Central City's going to try to cut that to 10. Carlson, 6 seconds to go. Almost lost the ball, 4 seconds to go. They better get it up now, kicked out of bounds by David City with 3 seconds to go in the third quarter. So now Central City's going to just about have to put it in and get the shot away. The clock will not start until the ball is touched in bounds. Now it starts. They better hurry. Carlson better shoot it. Puts it up. It'll count if it goes, but it's no good. So after 3 quarters, our score is David City 50, Central City 38. Starting the fourth quarter, Central City has the ball. They still trail by 12 points. Pass is knocked out of bounds by David City, and Central City will have it in. 50-38. David City in dark leading Central City in the white uniforms by 12 points. Johnson pops it off to Carlson. Now takes the open shot. He's got it. 10 points for Jeff Carlson. And it's now 50-40. Central City is almost back in this game. They did trail by 19 earlier. Now they're down by 10. Once again with that full-court press. They better hurry and get the ball up court. Almost taken away by Johnson, but Martin got it up. Now they throw it away in the fourth quarter. And Central City has a rally on. They trail now by only 10. 10 points can be quite a few, but if you can bunch them up and get them in a hurry, you can get right back in a ball game. Okay, 7:32 to go. Central City up court. The David City fans urging their team to get a little bit tougher on defense. Okay, they go inside for Gisler against Sabata. Puts it up and scores. 8 points for Gisler, 50-42. Again, the press on, 7:16 to go in the third quarter. In the fourth quarter, rather. Okay, Eberle. Now trying to slow the pace down a little bit. On the wing to Slaneker. Headers everywhere. Back outside Eberle. 7 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. 50-42 lead for David City. Bob Martin goes inside. Gisler tries to take it away, and a jump forced by Gisler. Good effort by Dean Gisler, as he right by Craig Gisler. That's the second time we've done that. Craig Gisler against Greg Sabata for David City. Tip up control by David City. Easy two for Martin. 15 points for Martin, and that could be the biggest basket of this game. 6:43 to go. Johnson meets the pressure. Has it back again. Gisler, pivot shot against Sabata's no good. Slides off on the far side, and David City's got the ball. Now slapped away by Johnson. They called him for the foul. That's a good call. And Johnson knows it. He knows that was the right call. He slapped the ball away from Eberle. Johnson said he was going for the ball. That doesn't make the least bit of difference. If you put your hand on that man and push him away, that is a foul. And Johnson not too happy about that. It looked as if apparently what he thought was that foul had been called on Eberle. But instead they called it on Johnson. That's his third foul. Now Central City had a chance at 2 there. Instead, David City shooting a 1-and-1. Eberle puts it up and good. Now it doesn't take much to turn a game clear around. Eberle. Second shot on the way. Got them both. 14 for Eberle. Now it's 54-42. Central City down by 12. They had it down to 8 only a few moments ago. In the corner, Larry Abel puts it up. He doesn't get it. Rebound. Good to move by Carlson. Puts it up. No good. And we've got a foul called under the basket on David City. That one's on Mel Aldrich. And now timeout is called by David City. With 6:13 to go in the game. 54-42. David City leading. 2-shot foul for Jeff Carlson. He has 10 points in the game, trying for 11. He's got it. 54-43 now. David City's lead down to 11. Big one for Carlson coming here. And it's good. 12 points for Jeff Carlson. 54-44, back down to a 10-point advantage for David City. Central City with a press on. Eberle against Larry Abel. Better hurry. Now they finally get it up. Got him trapped near back court. Eberle just looks, better hurry up and get rid of that ball. Finally it is to Martin, back out to Eberle. Martin, going on the far side, back to Slaniker. Eberle, right-hand baseline, lob inside. Martin loses the ball, and right to Gisler, who almost dropped it. He'll get credit for a steal on that. One of those marginal things. Now back outside, Mitch Johnson coming from right to left. Comes in toward the free throw line, jumps it up. A little bit too high and wide on the left, out of bounds off Central City, and David City has it in. 5:33 to go in the game. 10-point advantage for David City. Central City still with that press on. They want to force them to make the long pass, and they haven't been able to do it. Eberle finally comes across. 5:19 to go in the game. Almost a steal there by Carlson. Shot put up the right-hand side. Bounces high, no good. Tipped around. Gisler has it. Now Gisler got that one flat-footed. He has not been moving real well under the offensive board for Central City. And these shorter but more experienced David City people have been beating him. Hook is no good by Gisler, and the ball taken away by David City. 4:51 to go in the game, 54-44. 10-point advantage for David City. And away a steal and a beauty by Larry Abel. Down court he comes against Slaniker. The layup is no good. And the rebound taken down, almost throwing an elbow there was Sabata. And Sabata almost lost the ball. Now David City has to bring it up. Oh, this has been a wild game, a little ragged. And now they call a foul. Let's see. Call the foul on Johnson. And going to the free throw line will be 25 Jim Eberle for David City. Timeout has been called, 4:26 to go in the game. 10-point lead for David City. Okay, Jim Eberle with 14 points, 1 and 1, good. Makes a difference if he can hit those free throws down the stretch. 55-44 David City. Jim Eberle, 15 points, 3 for 3. Free throwing, that one's no good. And the rebound grab by Pullen of Central City. Okay, Central City down by 11. Johnson directing a little bit of traffic. Now Johnson drives, lays it up, no good, split over the back of the rim. And rebounding was Bob Martin. Boy, Central City has missed a lot of close-in shots. Now the steal by Carlson from Martin. Carlson shoots and hits. 14 for Jeff Carlson, 55-46. Ball thrown away, and it's off David City. Let's see, now I believe they say it's off Central City. That's what they're going to do. They're going to give it inbounds to David City. Eberle looks to put it in, finally does, to Sabata. Around Gisler, shot partially blocked, but it goes in anyway. 9 points for Sabata, 57-46. David City back to an 11-point lead. Larry Abel curls out, no good. Rebound, Gisler puts it up, blocked, and now foul. A foul on Slaniker. And Craig Gisler will be at the line. Second foul on Rich Slaniker. Gisler has scored 1 field goal in each of the 4 quarters. He has not yet been to the free throw line. This is his first time up there. He'll have 2 coming. Has 8 points. Lofts it up there. It's good. (57-47). Central City down by 10. This one is going to be no good. Off the back, and now a little contact in the lane. And they've called the foul on 32, Jeff Pullen. Made the second foul on Pullen. So now we're walking one end of the court to the other. Shooting the free throw will be Jim Eberle. Our check at Melvin Aldrich, 35. 1 and 1. Takes a look. Here it is. Perfect. 58-47. David City's lead back to 11 points. 3:40 to go in the game. Second shot by Aldrich is good. And it's now 59-47. Central City trailing by 12, 3.5 minutes to go in the game. Mitch Johnson works against Aldrich, gets it back outside to Pullen. Jeff Carlson, jumper right side of the key, bounces high, no good. Gisler comes down to the rebound, puts it up and through. 11 for Gisler, 59-49. 3:18 to go in the game. Central City with that full court press on. Here's Bob Martin, who's handled the ball a lot of times against that press and done a pretty good job of it. Off to Eberle, coming around. Eberle. Good moves against Abel. Shoots it down low, off the rim, off the bottom of the basket. And stolen Central City's ball. Carlson loses it. That is taken right back by David City, and that's a good job of defense. Really recovered well after losing the ball and got it right back. 59-49, 10-point lead for David City. Drive, long shot, no good. Tipped around and finally taken by nobody yet. Now they say it is out of bounds off Central City as Johnson tried to save it. David City will have it in. 2:42 to go in the game. 59-49. David City leading by 10. They've got things pretty well under control right now. Martin left the lob to Eberle. Eberle comes all the way in there. Bounce pass to Martin outside. Martin jumps to the baseline. Beauty.